Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to 17 minutes of truly unbelievable moments. Now, these are probably up there with my favorite types of videos to watch, just because there's something about seeing something that you just don't see every day, or in fact, you might never see something like it that just captures my attention. Like, I don't know, like I watched a video that had, I think it was, there was a car that basically was driving in a tunnel and it was really dark. And then, so the people ahead of him, their lights weren't on. So he didn't realize that there were cars. He was going to crash into these cars. So because it was a cylindrical tunnel, he drove up the side of the tunnel and evaded the cars that were in front of him. Insane, like truly, I didn't think it was real. I had to Google it. Turns out it was real. So this video here, I'm hoping it's going to have moments just as nuts as that one. Let's do it.
From a powerful mudslide destroying a Pakistani bridge and an angry elephant attacking a group of tourists, to a terrifying rockfall burying a Chinese road and a burning windmill spinning out of control, here are 17 minutes of unbelievable moments.
All right, let's go.
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, often shortened to KPK, is the smallest of Pakistan's 4 provinces and home to about 18% of the country's population. But for such a small land area in the northwestern part of the country,
why is the water so muddy? Like, shouldn't it be clear?
Still get some devastating floods. 2022 has been a horrible year for flooding in Pakistan. And this video is a clear example of why.
Just from out of nowhere, just like that. Jesus. Oh my God, there's rocks in there as well. If you were standing anywhere close to that, the bridge. It took out the bridge. But I feel like this bridge wasn't secured. It wasn't held down. Crazy. And I mean, there's like, unless you've got like a dam somewhere, what's going to stop this water from just destroying, flooding everything in its path?
It might look dry, but you can hear the floodwater coming. Then, in the blink of an eye, a surge of debris-filled gray water flows under the bridge and takes it out. It carries the bridge downstream towards the rapidly flowing river, where we assume it disappears forever. Jesus. Several spectators gather to watch, and we see one man chase after the bridge for a better shot. According to the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, or the OCHA, Pakistani rain and floods have affected 33 million people so far in 2022. The flooding has displaced 7.9 million people and destroyed over 750,000 houses. This bridge is a literal drop in the bucket compared to the existing damage, and, unfortunately, the damage that may be yet to come.
Yeah, I heard that at one point, 9% of Pakistan's land was like flooded, was underwater. 9%. I know it sounds crazy. You can fact check me, but I'm pretty sure. Isn't that insane? Imagine 9% of the US being underwater.
Acworth, Georgia is a city in Cobb County and part of the Atlanta metro area. On April 2nd of 2018, a tractor trailer got stuck on the tracks near School and Main Street in downtown Acworth. Thankfully, the driver made it out in time, but there was no stopping the moving train.
Oh God. Oh my God.
The guy got out though.
Oh man, oh my God, that truck is gone. Boom! I mean, what are the odds of the truck's engine failing right there? Right on the track? What are the odds? Unreal. The front of that train is probably damaged a bit. Probably not much, to be honest, but still.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the guy got out, but...
The crossbars come down and the red lights start flashing. The train lays on its whistle to warn anybody within earshot. Then, about 10 seconds later, it snaps the truck in half like a twig. It looks like the back half gets stuck on the train as it spins around in circles. The train eventually screeches to a stop to inspect the damage, and the SUV at the stop sign isn't going anywhere soon. According to Liv Fowler, the woman who shot the video, trucks get stuck on those tracks several times a year.
But why?
Thankfully, the fire department said only a few minor injuries were associated with the crash.
But hang on a minute, if several trucks get stopped on that specific spot every single year, why doesn't the county make the modifications required to prevent this from happening? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Or at least maybe just ban trucks from using that. Hold on, so no trucks over railroad tracks. Ah, I see. So there was a sign here and the truck just disobeyed. Gotcha. That makes sense. Because it's like, why wouldn't you put some kind of sign up?
Luding is a small Chinese county located in the Hongduan Mountains on the southeastern edge of the Tibetan Plateau. On September 5th of 2022, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Sichuan province, with its epicenter in Luding County. While it was a devastating earthquake, it triggered another scary natural disaster. Landslides were inevitable given the region's mountainous nature. One finally happened as traffic piled up on a cliffside road.
Oh man. Ooh, get out of the way. How close are these guys? Move. Why would you not move? Holy shit. Oh! They're still sat there. They're still there. I mean, they must have a death wish. Okay, some of them are starting to move. Finally, the van is out of there. Dude, as soon as that first rock went down, I would have been gone.
Small rocks tumble off the mountain, making it highly unsafe for cars to keep passing. The dust rises as more debris falls, and people gather by the barrier to record the spectacle. A large rock falls from the cliff, triggering excitement among the crowd. Apparently, that large piece was enough to bring the whole mountain down. It looks like a building tumbling over as a massive dust cloud stretches down to the valley below and completely covers the road. According to the Center for Disease Philanthropy, more than 1 million people in the surrounding area felt the earthquake, and ongoing aftershocks varied in intensity. However, according to Reuters, the quake's intensity died out before reaching the densely populated capital of Chengdu, home to 21 million people.
Wow. It almost looked like, there was a detonation in that mountain. Just the way it so quickly just fell apart. And you got to think, those rocks weigh hundreds, if not thousands of tons, especially those big pieces. If you're anywhere near that, not just getting hit by the big pieces, the shrapnel, the tiny stuff that's going to be flying everywhere could seriously hurt you.
Port work is hard work, but it is essential to keep the global supply chain spinning. Literally tons of trade goods pass through ports every day, meaning they need some super heavy-duty machinery to move it from A to B. Dock workers at a port in Guatemala, we're not sure which one, learned how dangerous and unpredictable heavy machinery can be when a crane tipped over and almost took a man with it.
That machine is huge. Oh god. Let's see, move. Move the camera. Ooh, there it goes. You know that was expensive. Oh, look at the guy hanging on. He looks like he's like 3 stories up as well. My God.
After a quick selfie, our cameraman turns his attention to the red crane as it lifts a counterweight off of an even bigger gray crane. The 2 men in the lifter are perhaps there to make sure nothing bad happens. Then, something bad happens. The red crane topples over, and 1 man almost falls out of the lifter, clinging onto the side for dear life as he dangles 60 feet in the air.
Jesus.
Thankfully, he was able to pull himself up and in. The man who shot the video had some choice words about safety precautions in Guatemala, saying they didn't have a harness for this kind of accident, so it shows that in Guatemala there are no safety measures in this line of work. Those are his words, not ours.
Honestly, my heart goes out to people who work in construction, you know, in like developing countries, because they don't have a lot of the safety regs that we have and you guys have in the States. I think in the States it's the OSHA that regulates construction work and stuff like that. Here we've got our own body. Like, imagine not having a harness and working in a crane. So if anything goes wrong, you are just gonna go flying. Like,
Coimbatore is the second largest city in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. It resides on the bank of the Noyal River in the shadow of the Western Mountain Range. According to the Indian Ease of Living Index 2020, Coimbatore ranked as the 7th best place to live. They're also highly dedicated to sustainable wind energy. Now, when you picture windmills, you don't usually think of toxic black smoke, but that's what happens when they catch on fire. One Indian man sat in his car and recorded as he watched this flaming windmill spin out of control.
oh my God, look at all the smoke going into the atmosphere. Awful. Oh my God, look at the spin. What happened? What the hell happened? Oh man, I feel bad for the people who live nearby. They've got to breathe in that stuff. Can nothing be done about this? Like, maybe a helicopter like just drops a massive bag of water on there? It looks like it's accelerating, doesn't it? Oh man, this is gonna go on forever. Is it slowing? There we go. Finally. Finally. But it's still burning. Oh. This is going to take ages to
The
go
windmill
out.
spins way faster than it should, creating a scary yet gorgeous spiral of black smoke behind it. Eventually,
Scary yet gorgeous. Just that wording made me laugh. It's gorgeous.
flaming piece breaks off and crashes to the ground. This causes the entire thing to slow down, and it soon comes to a fiery crawl. There's little available information about what caused the fire. Some outlets that published the footage claim faulty electrical wiring caused it to spin too fast that burst into flames, but we don't know for sure.
I don't know, like maybe, because those things, they need to be, do they need to be like lubricated to ensure the gears don't start grinding? Maybe that's what caused the fire. Maybe it was just a freak accident, because it has happened before. I've seen it happen in Italy before.
Ketchikan is a city on Revillagigedo Island, one of those small Alaskan islands off the west coast of Canada. At about 8,200 people, it's a pretty populated city by Alaskan terms. However, most of us might call it a small town. On January 19th of 2021, the roaring waves of the ocean battered the side of one man's Ketchikan home. He recorded as the water overwhelmed his wooden deck and washed it into the sea.
Whoa! Dude. Oh man, look at the damage already. And all the wood is going to be rotten. Oh man.
Oh jeez.
Damn.
That's gone.
If he's got home insurance, is this covered? Please tell me it's covered. Because this is a few $1,000s at least in damage.
You can hear the waves crashing into the man's home, and although they think it's funny at first, they weren't laughing for long. The camera cuts, now showing some damage to the wooden deck. A few boards have already come dislodged. Then another wave hits, causing the whole floor to bounce. The camera cuts again, and the deck hangs on by its last nail. 3 more waves come and finish the job, leaving our homeowner to state the obvious. That's gone. Just part of owning waterfront property, I guess.
Oh, man. But I don't know, couldn't they have constructed... I feel like I would have constructed that part of the property from concrete or metal. Something more durable. Wood, so close to water, it's gonna rot. Like...
You may not picture snow when you think of the Middle East, but northeastern parts of Pakistan, like the mountain resort town of Murree, get hit pretty hard each year. Their proximity to the Himalayan foothills makes them ideal for heavy snowstorms. According to The Guardian, January of 2020 brought deadly floods, avalanches, and harsh winter weather to Pakistan and Afghanistan. Driving in snow isn't easy, as anyone living in these places can tell you. A Pakistani driver must have slid off the road and gotten their car stuck in the ravine. An excavator arrived to pull the car out, but then the situation got much, much worse.
You are going to need a winch. Or a crane. I don't know how a digger's going to really help. Oh, is the digger going too? The digger's gone too! No! Oh my god! Oh no! I thought the digger was going to rescue the SUV.
We imagine this man is explaining to the bystanders how the excavator plans to save the car. Then, the men hear an ominous sound and turn to see the excavator sliding into the ravine. It tumbles end over end, crushing any trees in its path and narrowly missing the car it was meant to save. A handful of bystanders rush down into the valley to make sure the driver is okay. This video resurfaced in January of 2022, with social media posts claiming it happened during a 2022 blizzard in Murree that claimed the lives of 22 people. However, AFP Fact Check confirmed this video was from January of 2020 and had nothing to do with the 2022 blizzard.
Man, I think really now, because the digger is down there too, they're going to need a crane, aren't they? Like, or a really large, really powerful vehicle with great traction, you know, with a super strong winch. Like, how would you get those two vehicles out of that ditch?
Self-described as one of the best national parks in South Africa, Chobe National Park in Botswana attracts tourists looking for an African safari adventure. They'll see zebras,
Look at that bird chilling on the back of this
buffalo, giraffes, and hippos, and they might even see a wild cheetah. However, the biggest and most common animal on the safari will be the African elephant. In January of 2018, a group of tourists came across a family of elephants out in the wild. Their safari cars stopped to take pictures. But then, things take a scary turn when Papa Elephant decides the photo shoot is over.
I love elephants, honestly. They're just majestic. Probably my favorite animal. Oh my god. You better put your foot down. Oh man, he's coming. You need to put your foot down, dude. Oh, he's right behind you. Oh, dude, put your foot on the gas. Oh no, it broke its tusk. Oh man.
We count 3 full-grown elephants sizing up the safari cars. Mama elephant crosses the street with her baby, using her trunk to nudge her into the brush. That's when Papa elephant charges through the trees and the safari cars hit the gas. He gets tripped up on a
Do elephant tusks grow back? I don't think they do they? They don't. They don't. Oh man, that's such a shame.
branch and the car escapes, but Papa elephant quickly closes the gap and rams the back with his tusks. You can hear the moment when his tusks snap and he finally lets the car go. Despite their size, African elephants can run upwards of 25 miles per hour, about 2 miles per hour slower than Usain Bolt's top speed. However, some experts debate whether elephants actually run or walk really fast. Since they never lift all of their feet off the ground and bounce like other running animals, some experts don't think it's fair to call it running. Unfortunately, elephant tusks do not grow back, so Papa elephant will have to live with his battle scars. Fun fact, elephant tusks are actually teeth. They're incisors to be exact. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click.
That video was excellent. Really enjoyed it. Just some, it lived up to expectations. I'm trying to think of what was the most shocking one. Honestly, probably the one in China with the mountain just collapsing. It was so fast, so sudden. Like, the problem is like if you're sat within, I don't know, 100 meters of the fall zone, you might not get away in time just because it was so much debris, so much material. Like even if you run as fast as you can, chances are you're going to get hit with something. Crazy situation. The windmill in where was it? I think it was it Pakistan? I think that one was incredible too. The fire, the way the smoke rings were just forming. That was, to be honest, the whole video was intense. But I really like the one with the elephant losing its tusk. That upset me a little bit. I'm a bit of an animal lover, so it was a shame seeing that happen. But hopefully it's still able to eat and do whatever it needs to do, without the rest of its tusk. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.